Dice Paper Roll would like to acknowledge the traditional landowners on which we make this podcast.
The Boonwurrung and the Wurundjeri people of the Kulin Nation.
The Gadigal people of the Eora Nation.
And the Yagara people.
We want to pay our respects to their leaders, past, present, and emerging. Always was, always will be, Aboriginal land.
This is my realm. There is no escape. I decide who lives and who dies. I decide the fate of Barovia. High, high above the valley, Davian soars in raven form. I mean, it looks like a raven. Might be a crow. You'd have to be an ornithological specialist to know, really. His black feathered wings outstretched, he soars just below the ever-present cloud cover. Tilting his body, his left wingtip touches the cloud above, drawing a line in the fluffy mass as he tilts his head to look down. In the dim, late afternoon light filtered through the dense cloud, the valley sits strangely calm. The village of Barovia, eerily quiet and abandoned. The roads, deserted. The fields, unattended. Mist cloaks the land, half hiding the abandoned buildings and silent forests. As Davian circles high above the fortress of Castle Ravenloft, high above the tallest tower, the mist below begins to stir. The mist around the castle begins to move inward. It flows, circling the stone outcropping that the castle sits on, growing in power as it completes its first orbit, multiplying in speed. The outer edges of the valley begin to be revealed as the heavy mist draws inwards towards the castle, pulling back across the land like a heavy curtain. As Davian watches, the mist swirls in towards the castle as the last of the mob walk through the open doors. Mist creeps up the stone. It flows like a reverse waterfall, its smoky surface rippling up the sides of the castle to flow into the high-set windows. It whirls and eddies as it is drawn into the castle for Strahd's nefarious purpose. Davian circles. Focused on the valley below, he does not see the clouds darken above him. Flocks of ravens wheel below, waiting for their moment. Waiting for the signal. As the last of the mist swirls up the sides of the castle, it catches on stones and plant life, ripping it apart as the last tendrils twist and writhe in shapes that spell DPR, Curse of Strahd.
Hello, welcome to Dice Paper Roll, Curse of Strahd. This is the final episode.
Maybe.
No, Greg, this is the final episode. Definitively, this is it.
This is
I'm
it.
fucking telling you, man.
We're only contracted for 39 apps.
Greg,
Greg, you keep dragging this
You're
out.
bleeding me dry
Greg,
here, bro.
don't
Come
make
on.
us unionize, Greg. Don't make us do it because we'll do it.
We like
Yeah.
hanging out with you outside of D&D, and we will make Zoom call time. I swear.
I swear. We will.
We'll do it,
You've been
man.
promising for months, guys. I've been up here since December.
I'm not just sucking you dry as a DM. What are you talking about? No one said that.
Whoa.
Who's saying that? No one said
We're
that.
not saying they haven't been mutually exclusive benefits.
No one's even doing that.
All right, now we're clear on that. We can start the show. My name's Emil, and I play Sunny, the sentient sword of energy, formerly belonging to Chard. Then Strahd broke him. Then he became Sonny Bono for some reason. And he's been possessing his way up and down Barovia these past 44 fucking episodes or so. And now he has shed his meat puppet and is ready to meet his last owner. That's me.
My name's
And
Lauren
next,
Bach.
yeah, Lauren wielding me.
As I clasp Sunny
Clasp.
delicately in my hands. My name's Lauren. I'm playing Irina Indirovich, daughter of the Burgermeister, owner of the soul of Tatiana, the lover, or not really. She had nothing to do with that. Strahd's real, didn't he like her? Wow, what a crush. What? Stone cold crushing on Tatiana. Not quite consensual or reciprocal in any shape or form. She killed herself rather than be with him. And I mean, who amongst us hasn't thought about that from time to time?
Lauren, if you need to talk to anyone, then we can totally do that. We're here for that.
Always.
Do a side spin-off podcast or just one-on-one, up to you.
Just some therapy.
We can Zoom call
on
real
mic.
soon.
On mic. Oh yeah.
We'll do it on Greg's Zoom chat.
Don't tell me the empty
No chance to
lies.
talk whatsoever.
I mean, the actual thing that will happen. So she is in Chard's old room holding Sunny, still herself, still Irina, but is feeling that magical sun energy, and I guess it feels real good. The feeling is mutual. And yeah, that's what she's doing. Jack, what are you doing?
It's a good question, Lauren.
Great.
I am playing Louise, who is a woman of the waves, or a fish woman, depending on your persuasion. Currently wearing the armor of Strahd. Must be awkward for Strahd, actually, given that he's technically right there for us.
Who wore it better? That's my question.
I mean,
Smash that react button to vote.
Yeah.
Tell us how.
objectively, it was me. Emerged from a lake, an inland lake.
That's what a lake is.
Still unclear on how she got there from the sea.
No one's quite sure how they got to Barovia.
That's true. That's true. Well, I guess the podcast can't be fully over yet. We haven't delved into that piece of...
Add another episode, everyone.
Backstory.
Nah, man. I like my finales like I like my vaccines, in 2 parts. Spread a well thought about time in between.
Considering
slow
this is
to
part
arrive.
3, we're doing well.
I promise it gets 87% more effective in the second one, I swear. Though you will feel worse afterwards for a bit.
That's very similar to us.
Please note this podcast does not protect you against COVID-19.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
We're
it does.
working on
It does actually protect you from actual conversations with other people, though. So, in a
True.
way, it protects you.
Yeah, we do tend to promote social distancing, hey?
That's right. Yeah. That's Louise. Kicking it on a table on a horse in a castle.
The villagers must be a bit sussed on the armor as well, wouldn't they be? You know,
I mean,
terrorized by Strahd for a long time.
yeah. I mean, it's psychological, I guess, for them. But I ultimately think they'll push through. who knows?
If it's
We'll see.
terrorized them for so long and then to see someone else take it, like kill him in
Yeah.
front of them and then take it and
Yeah.
wear it as a trophy.
Yeah, I
Mm.
definitely killed him.
Pretty badass.
You get little, like, I guess they'd get little glimpses, like where they see it, they're like, oh, and then they're fine.
Oh, phew.
Oh.
But then they'd look over like 5 feet to the left and they'd be like, oh shit,
Oh,
he's
shit.
actually
No,
here.
He's still
Yeah.
Oh, well. In,
Yeah.
in the heat of battle, that kind of hesitation can, who knows what that'd do.
Mm.
But
Yeah.
fortunately, they smashed the like button on the award.
They were-
You know.
They reacted
You have to
real
smash it.
fast.
You can't just
Yeah.
click it. It's always
No.
smashing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pow!
Yeah. How
Smash it
about
like you crushed those ants as a kid on that game.
How about you, Danny? Who are you playing?
I am Dan. I am playing Sasha von Such and Such, the gnome wizard of the Such and Such family. Yes, currently in Strahd's castle in the where was it? The dining hall. In the dining hall with Louise on the table, with Strahd presenting himself through a misty doorway. So kind of in a little bit of a shit situation, seeming that the party
A
is-
situation, if you will.
a situation, yeah.
Well, Strahd was in the middle of them,
Situation.
so it makes sense.
Oh no, there's no Hans here yet or anything. So yeah, not entirely sure what to do.
Look, Ma, no
Have-
Hans.
oh
my God.
Save it for the podcast.
This is the podcast, Dan.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, half the podcast is now intros. Didn't you know, Dan?
yeah.
Greg did a beta test in the middle of the season, and it's worked out really well. We decided to go with it.
It's gone great. I have
Yeah.
to DM less. I'm all for it.
So yeah, not 100% sure what to do at the moment. Lots of innocent people, lots of vampire spawn, killing said innocent people and Strahd. And now I've stepped in a turkey. So there we go. Ben, who are you playing?
I am Ben and I play Ragyog, the faithful goblin cleric of Lathander, who once was a model, once was a ghost tour operator, now cleric of Lathander, the original plank of the ship of Curse of Strahd cast
Mhm.
that set out in this bleak and depressing and sometimes, mostly times, humorous journey that has been our podcast. Now in the study of Strahd, high above, having read through his pink diary bookie wookie.
Fuck, Greg Gill's the
Um,
narrator. That's awesome.
Yeah, and
Just realised that that's kind of how
Yeah.
what, Ragyog the narrator?
Yeah, like
He's been here
You
the
know,
whole time.
it's kind of
Good
from his
reading the
point of
bookie
view.
wookie.
The story is kind of
Yeah.
from his point of view.
A long time ago with the lads. He's got the voice for it.
And that's why this keeps dragging on.
Every
So-
5 pages, he does a reintroduction of all of the characters.
Pretty much. Pretty
For
much.
25 minutes.
But yes, quite nervous. As Ben the player, quite nervous. Will my little planky boy survive to the end of the show?
Mm.
There's
Yay,
noises on the
planky
outside.
boy.
Let's find out in this maybe finale of Dice Paper Roll, exquisitely DM'd by you, Greg.
Yes, me, Greg Pickering, DM of Dungeons and
Oh.
Dragons.
This is the backup, Greg. Can we reboot that? we need a reboot of this, Greg.
Yeah.
Sorry, that was Gerg. My name is Greg Pickering. I am the Dungeon Master for DPR Does Curse of Strahd. I get to play Strahd von Zarovich and all of the other really meaningless NPCs that I've made you talk to along the way.
They've meant
Okay.
something to me, Greg.
Yeah.
That's good, and I hope they've meant something to you, dear listener,
yeah.
before they were horribly
I
disemboweled.
don't remember if you think of this way back when, but that Strahd looks like a really cold, dead Elvis. Are we still picturing that?
Yeah.
Sure.
Nah.
Okay, great. Okay, fine.
Like young Elvis, right?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
Oh, not as a parody of Elvis, but actually if Elvis was doing the movie of it.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm into that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely.
Except now, don't forget he's pretty emo as well after last step.
He is. Yeah, he's
Yeah.
got short hair.
Well, in another era,
Yeah.
a lot of people like My
Yeah.
Chemical Romance, and some say
Yeah.
that they
Actually-
were the Elvis of that generation.
He did have short. He had a fringe at the start, but
Yeah, he did
it's
have
a
an
little bit
emo.
more time has passed,
Okay.
so his hair's continuing to grow back. So he's got a bit of a bit of long at the back.
From
For Matt Mercer, he's got a bit of a man
Oh,
bob.
can Strahd
layered
be
like the
man
way
bob.
that the
Strahd is
undead,
Matt
their
Mercer.
hair still grows. You know.
Yeah,
You still
I
have
mean
to
that
get a
was the
haircut.
revelation there for me as well. Lauren.
Yeah.
I thought, yeah.
We're still regenerating back
Yeah.
to his.
Yeah. So his
OG
fingernails as
form.
well. Like he's, you know.
Yeah, they're just yes, yes. They're
Has
just
he
little
come in and he's clipping his fingernails? He's just...
No, they're only halfway.
I'm sorry. Is this a curtains and drapes situation?
Up.
Does,
Yes, it is.
does Strahd have to make sure the downstairs is
Yeah.
clean?
And every time he has to grow back,
You mean the
all of
Batcave?
his all of his pubic hair, so many ingrowns.
Eric.
Gotta say,
yeah.
it's a yeah.
It's not healthy
a-
skin. Bit of tea tree oil will sort that right out.
Yeah.
He needs something.
Morty could give him a few
You need to
pointers.
exfoliate a newly
Yes, he does. He just sheds a whole skin.
Hmm.
Okay, so a newly skinned Strahd.
so glowy.
Yeah, he's looking good. Rolls into the entry hall, which has a huge dining table in it, which is confusing.
Did he do a
when
forward
next to
roll?
a dining table? Yeah, he does. He forward rolls.
Springs up.
Hello, I am Strahd.
He forward rolls
And
through
foot fault.
the door.
Straight into the mashed potatoes.
Didn't stick the landing though.
The Russian judge is like 5.
So as Sasha, you step back. So you're in the dining. You're not in the dining hall. You're in the entry hall where you all entered in. It's a very long hall, a few hundred feet. There were burning torches along the walls, 2 large double doors on each side, and then a number of smaller servant entrances. There's a huge pair of gilt doors at the opposite end, which is where you're closest to now, from opposite end from the entrance.
What do doors
They
have
are-
to feel guilty about, Greg?
Jim Morrison.
The sound they make.
They all sound the same.
Yeah, they should be
they're
embarrassed about that.
just like you. Oh, they all sound the same to you, do they, Ben? That's fine.
Yeah, they squeak guiltily.
Tourist.
But so those massive gilded doors, they're the ones that the rest of the party went through, and then the whole bell
That's right.
that we didn't
Yeah.
see, but we would have.
You
heard.
definitely heard it. You felt it. The whole castle shook. It took out a number of levels of the castle in that area. Those doors are hanging slightly ajar now. You can see rubble and open space through the gap there. So the long hall has this huge long dining table. The long entry hall has this huge long dining table covered in delicious foods, delectable pastas, turkeys, mashed potatoes, all the things. Sasha, as you step back from the misty doorway that forms between you and Louise, who is astride Curly the horse, wearing Strahd's armor, as you step back into the turkey, it crunches beneath your foot like it squelches. It's actually, it looks perfect on the outside, but as soon as you touch it, it bursts like a rotten pustule.
Oh,
Yeah, it just it lets off tangible stink, like you step in a pool of pus and rotten turkey, and the
it's between-
stench wafts up to you.
it's between my toes. Oh, I can feel that. Oh, that's
God.
grainy. Why is it grainy? Oh, that's why. Cool.
It's like Mama Such and Such is cooking.
Oh, just like Daddy made it. Oh.
So Louise's gust of wind has pushed the mist out of this room. Just moments ago, everyone was just totally engulfed in mist, and the gust of wind pushes it out through the gaps in the doors, and the room is clear. The only light being cast by the flaming torches of the mob, a flickering orangey red light. Shadows dance in this space. There's no other light coming in, and battle Battle begins around you. The villagers rush forward to attack the now revealed vampire spawn and zombies that have been picking them off one by one. Small groups of villagers attacking vampire spawn. The screams of dying and wounded around you. And Strahd appears between you, Louise and Sasha. He steps through the door that takes up the 5-foot space between you both. He looks side to side.
Is anybody else suddenly very nervous? Yeah.
You shouldn't take things that aren't yours, Louise. He holds his hand up, and the armor that encases you suddenly goes rigid.
Oh no.
It is okay, I'm on a horse.
Did she fall off the horse?
Yes. Oh, yes. Can you please? Yes. Thank you.
Fuck you, Ben.
He slides around to the belly.
Sorry, Jack.
Fuck you, Ben.
Amazing.
Sorry.
Can you make a dexterity save for me?
I just got the best image, that's all.
Fucking hell.
20!
There it is.
And there's everyone's eardrums.
That's a 26.
Yeah, shit, yeah. Okay, you Curly keeps you perfectly centered on his back as he turns to face Strahd, and Strahd turns his back on you and Curly, Louise, and his eyes meet yours, Sasha. Well, finally, Such and Such makes it inside the castle of their own will.
Well, Mr. Bonzarovich, you shouldn't be taking things that don't belong to you either. Now, I hear you've been getting a couple of boons from the old Great One, and I don't think he's been liking the work that you've been doing. Isn't that right?
So, as you say this, Strahd crosses the distance between
I poop
you.
myself.
Absolutely. Like, so quickly. It's almost like he's in one spot and then he's not. He's right in front of you. And,
Oh shit.
Yeah, he reaches out and grabs for your neck. Can you...
I will, as a reaction, use. 1 second. It is called Illusory Self. Once per short rest, you can create an illusory duplicate of yourself. When a creature makes an attack roll against you, you can use your reaction to interpose the duplicate between the attacker and yourself. The attack automatically misses you, then the illusion dissipates.
Wow.
Ooh, okay.
So as
amazing.
his hand reaches out to grab me, another, a complete, kind of ethereal version of Sasha appears into his own grasp as she kind of almost seems like she was actually, she just bamped 5 feet away, but it was almost like she was always there.
Is the
Amazing.
illusion the one that shot itself, or are you?
The turkey covers all of
You'll
those
never
smells.
know.
And will... Yeah. So Strahd, like,
There's the gravy.
pops in front of you, and your illusion, he grabs you by the neck, but it's suddenly your illusion as you are 5 feet back again, and he lifts up the illusion, and his claws slice through the neck, and it dissipates in his hand. Finished his lair action, he now takes his turn and steps forward to grab you again. What's your armor class?
We can keep playing this game. My armor class is a 12. Good old wizards.
12.
Not often old, but yeah, often good.
Always the first to die.
Yeah. So he, using the illusion, you're able to step back out of his reach, and you see him coming this time. He moves still very fast, but slower than he did a moment ago. His first swipe, you're able to step back out of the way, but his other hand reaches forward and grabs you by the neck. Can you make an opposed strength check, or you can use... Is it escape artist? That's not a thing anymore, is it?
No. 3.5 days.
What
It would be, yeah.
There is a skill you can use to...
Greg, I can't move, can I?
Sleight of
It's
hand
not your
is
turn.
Okay.
potentially.
Because I could use protection, but I don't know if...
It's not your turn.
Is it?
Only if it's a reaction.
Only if it's a reaction.
While wielding a shield and a creature you can see attacks a target other than you within 5 feet, you can use your reaction to impose disadvantage on the attack roll.
Yeah,
Oh, snap.
You haven't acted yet, so
Okay.
let's...
Look,
you
it was
can
worth a
use-
shot.
It is
Yeah.
worth a shot. It's a good
All
call.
right. So you want a strength check?
Yes.
Yeah, that's my best one. It's not. But I still rolled a natural 18 on the die, but with no benefits.
He grabs you around the neck, trying to lift you up, but you are able to step back out of his grasp.
Psych. Dickhead.
He still slashes you with his claws.
Ow.
You take 18 points of damage.
Ow.
Ah.
Ow. 18, you say. Okay, cool.
You are slippery for a such and such. Well, you're all quite slippery.
That sounds real creepy and weird. I don't know what to make of that. Look, I know that I got a little bit upset about not knowing what to do, and it's been a while since that session, and I still don't know what I'm doing.
It's strange to have one of you in here, not bent to my will. I wonder how your daddy feels about all this. Captain Such and Such has been such a pain in my side for over 1,000 years. Did you know he used to ride with me, Sasha?
I did not.
It's your go.
Well, I'm not my father. That much I know, and I don't care what you can say or do. You can be all intimidating and all scary with your little emo fringe, and you're just trying to be all big and bad. I don't care. Eat my balls.
Give him the chair. Give him the... It's me from the armor.
The chair?
Still like this.
Still all rigid.
I
Like
cannot
a
move,
mannequin.
but I think it would be good to give him the chair.
The chair. I don't know what. Chair. I don't know what the fuck you're talking about, Louise. That does not help me whatsoever in this very moment of this. I cast.
Hey, miss, here's a chair. There's a small villager passes you a chair and then walks away kind of bowing. There you go. If you want it.
It's bigger than she is.
Look, I don't need the chair.
Throw the chair aside.
Just in case. Just in case.
Go away, you. I
Here's
cast.
another one.
What is this, musical chairs? God damn it! Fight them vampire spawn, for God's sake.
My villager puts their chair down.
She places a hand to a chest, to her heart, and she goes, "Well, if you like having Such and Suches around, you're about to have a whole lot more." And casts mirror image on herself as 3 additional versions of Sasha all appear around her, and they all speak in unison. So if I could do like a cool echo effect on my voice, I would, but it would be like, which one is the real one?
Which one is the real one?
real one?
Which one is the real one?
Which one is the real one?
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
I don't think I have that many chairs.
Peter, just go and fight.
Sorry.
So the mirror images appear around you. Are you moving? Anything else? You're not.
Well, if I move away, that will create an attack of opportunity. Yeah, I'm going to beeline it past Strahd, smack Curly on the flank,
Fuck.
and head
Why not?
towards the open door
Okay, so you're heading
where my
towards
friends were.
Yeah. Yep. Okay.
The
Great.
rubble and everything.
It's ajar, so it's not fully open. Just to
I
qualify
thought
at
it was
the
a
start.
door. Damn.
But as you dash past, Strahd does make an attack of opportunity. Oh, he hits. So do I just roll a d4 to determine?
The duplicates move. Each time a creature targets you with an attack during it, I roll a d20.
Okay.
You must roll a 6 or higher to change the attacker's target to a duplicate. As more duplicates disappear, it changes.
Yeah. Do it.
I rolled a 14, so you hit one of the duplicates.
Okay, as you move past, he slashes out, and one of the duplicates just disappears into smoke.
Ow!
And he turns. He's frustrated. Like he's already frustrated by your illusory magic.
Yes.
Nailed it.
I'm glad someone can say the goddamn thing.
And he turns, his eyes blazing red in the dim light. You have no idea the power that you're playing with the old one. He turns. Louise, it's your go.
Has Sasha come past and slapped Curly?
Yes.
Yeah.
So really, we should know what Curly does before we know what Louise does.
What is? In my current state of being with the armor being rigid,
Yep.
is there anything I could do about that situation?
Yeah, you can try and break out of it.
Okay. I'd
It's a strength check to break
Okay.
through.
can I try and do that?
Yeah.
18?
Yes. All right. So the armor resists you, but your strength, buoyed by your faith in an ideological path, helps you break through the bonds of servitude laid upon you by the bourgeoisie.
Yeah, awesome. Louise, regaining control of her armor, holds on to Curly's stirrups, horse,
Reins.
horse tentacles,
Reins.
Right.
reins. Holds onto the reins and lurches back and does the Ferrari symbol, and does, like, while it's there, it sort of like jots around as like a kind of on the spot. And as she launches forward away from Strahd, she casts Wall of Water behind her, and water surges up from the ground, from the walls, from all of the bits of wine and stuff, and forms a wall behind her as she launches and reaches down and grabs Sasha by the scruff of the neck.
Which one?
Yeah. Can you roll a d20, please?
Which one?
Oh, I rolled a 3. You can.
Yes. So you pick up the right side.
Yeah.
The only one with a turkey on their foot.
The one who probably wanted to be picked up, though.
Yeah.
I
And
let it happen.
and yeah, can I cast another spell?
No.
Nah.
That's cool enough. You turn Curly, picking up Sasha, gallop off the table towards the end of the room, and the wall of water coalesces. It draws in moisture from around, sucking in the mist that is beginning to flow back into the room again through the doors on the side of the room, and it draws it in and forms it up, coalesces it into this floating wall of water as you bolt down. Okay. Strahd summons another doorway of mist and steps through, appearing in front of you. As you ride forward, he leaps into the air, diving for Sasha on the saddle, arms outstretched. So will he hit? That's the question. Yes, he will. Okay, opposed strength checks.
Can I cast protection? Do protection?
Yes, you can, actually. Yes, you can use protection. And you should.
Thanks.
Like insurance.
Yeah. He still makes it with protection. Okay, opposed strengths.
You're only attacking Louise at the moment, right?
Sasha.
Oh, okay.
That's why I was able to cast protection. I can't cast protection on
Yeah, no, that one does hit me.
What about your mirror image?
Yeah, no, I just rolled for mirror image. That one does hit me.
Okay, it does hit you.
Yeah, because I
Opposed
rolled
strength?
a 7. Opposed strength. As a wizard, that's my strong suit.
Third time will be the one, Dan.
Motherfucking 19! But with no additions to it, so just a
I
flat
got a
19.
Did you
19
get 18
as
and then
well.
19? Damn.
Does that
I got a
mean-
19 as well. Let's roll off again.
Do we really have to?
Yes. Oh, 20!
Oh, 4.
Oh, fuck.
Strahd flies through, appears through the doorway in front of you, leaps and reaches out, grabbing you by the neck. This time you don't dissipate, and he rips you off the horse. And Louise, you and Curly move past him as he rips you down and slams you down, Sasha, into the table beneath him.
Merde!
Ow.
You take
Get it, Mayor?
22 points of damage.
Fuck, Jack. That's amazing.
As he slams you down into the... You take 22 points of damage as he slams you down, and as he drains your... as you can see, as that you can feel the necrotic energy sort of running into your veins. You feel aged and the presence of death close. He lifts you up. Oh no, you can't die yet. I've got people who are just dying to see you. He opens another shadowy doorway and shoves you through and follows you, and the doorway closes behind Louise.
Fuck. Louise, looking around, freaks out and is like, shit, merde, and then returns to her previous thought, thinking on the spot, and casts Bless on the wall of water, to make it holy water.
Fuck yeah, that's awesome. Super cool. Okay. Okay, so you, yes, take a point of inspiration for that too. I love that idea. So you can use that later for advantage on a roll. So you cast Bless on the wall of water. You turn around and bring the horse back to the wall of water. And reach out and touch it, and as you do, that glowing energy suffuses it. The wall stretches from side to side of the room. What are you going to do from there?
She was previously concentrating on the wall, keeping the wall solid, and what she thought was going to be keeping a distance between her and Strahd turned out not to be so great. And meditates and lets the wall just flood down and drop and just scatter across the room, hitting all of the vampire.
As it
whatever.
drops, it bursts out in a blast wave on either side. Water, a wave of water rushing outwards. Turkeys, delicious pastas,
Stanky
cashew,
water.
turmeric cashew creams, all carried on the blessed water as it rolls outwards.
Insert
sloshing.
glorious, slightly religious kind of music over the top of this.
Again, that's in the B music selection.
I'll do it in post. It's good.
Cue Louise communist anthem. The water sloshes outwards, sweeping across the floor, platters and food caught up in its wave as it sloshes out around the knees and ankles of the townsfolk, but also of the zombies and vampire spawn. And as it touches each of them, they scream and smoke and collapse down into the water.
Louise calls out to the people and says, Balovia!
Yes?
It is time that we take this castle.
Yeah, bravo.
Okay. That sounds great. Let's do that.
And to the door, we must take them by force. And she launches forward towards the door that is ajar.
Amazing.
Did she say
Curly.
take them in fours? Well, all right. I'll be one. Everyone, all the ones, put your hand up. The twos as well. The threes and the fours.
Where do I go?
All the ones over here.
Right, what's my
Oh,
number
to
again?
the doors. I gotta go to the wall.
I'm a twos.
All right, one's.
Two?
Oh, hang on a second. Yeah.
Hang on, can you do it
All
again?
right, ones, you need to supply food to the fours, and the fours need to take the door, and the threes, you need to give comforting words of wisdom to the rest.
No,
and-
she said by force, not by fours, you idiot. Come on.
Charge!
Charge.
Curly, recognizing this dramatic moment,
Was
pauses
that
and
Curly,
doesn't.
the horse? Who just said
Yeah,
that?
Curly pauses and doesn't kick down the gilt doors. He turns and guides you through one of the side wooden doors. Those ones, there's a lot of rubble and a bell and a drop. Not great horse terrain. Curly turns and
For any
and
other
kicks
horse, but
open
for Curly.
but for Curly, he kicks open the side doors, revealing a large staircase leading up, and you charge up, and the reinvigorated mob swirls and rushes behind you as you charge up deeper into the castle, running straight into another horde of zombies and vampires, and the two masses rush up towards each other, you at the forefront as you crash into the enemies.
See.
Okay.
And scene.
And scene.
Get to see a little bit of the battle, right?
Nah. You have to sign up to Patreon. www.patreon.
Extended battle
.com.
sequences will be on Patreon.
It's like the
Oh, it's
Battle
nice
of
paper
Winterfell.
roll.
It's just really dark. And
It's
you
just
can't
really
really
dark.
see a lot. So you just it's just kind of more like inferred.
There's just a lot of shadows, but just
It's
rest
poetic.
assured.
Yeah, it's,
Louise
it's art.
is the hero.
High
I
art.
bought a
High
fucking
art.
4K TV for this battle too.
I think that's what
Ben, it's a podcast.
I know, which makes it even worse.
Turn your TV off, Ben.
Fuck the sound up and everything. God.
Yeah, I know, right?
Some
Like,
battle this
come
was.
on, gang, get it.
So they're
That's
actually punishing the free listeners? And, yeah, because we've taken all these shit sound effects out for the Patreon listeners. That's right, listeners. If you want it without all this.
Alternatively, if you do not want to or cannot support us on Patreon, we totally understand. But if you could get the word out there about the podcast, like and share our stuff on social media, and just tell your friends, tell your mum, tell
Beatrice.
tell Bruce from accounting and Jenny from
Look,
HR.
if you don't like the podcast, tell your enemies.
yes,
Really?
Yeah.
really punish
Yeah.
them.
Yeah.
With
Pun-ish them.
yes,
Yes.
hilarity.
Yeah, we're gonna wanna-
Word of
we're
mouth is so important to us.
We're going to want to turn the promo down about 10% next time, I reckon, guys.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, yeah, we'll dull it,
Yeah.
dull it back.
Yeah.
That's a little
dial
too
it back.
intense. Okay, in
We're not
another
a cult
part,
yet.
in another part of the castle in Chard von Zarovich's room, Irina and Sunny Irina, you are holding Sunny, and the light that he casts fills the room with daylight. There's the large 4-poster canopied bed, a large fireplace with a sword plaque on the mantle where Sunny used to rest. There's a chest in the corner and another door leading out.
That's my sword plaque up there.
That's
Yep.
it?
Used to be mounted up there. That's where I took my first
How long did you live up there for?
36, 37 years.
Oh, that's a long time.
Well, yeah. It was weird being sentient and then waiting up there for 37 years. Woke up on thought I was in some sort of hellscape landscape, and you know, I was somebody in LA, and then here I was in a musty, dusty old castle, hanging above a fireplace in some disused room, slowly gathering dust as the sheets rotted and melted away, and the whole thing started to fall in rack and ruin. Then eventually they repainted, and
Oh,
they
right.
were taken off, and
Uh-huh.
the painter picked me up for safekeeping, went to wrap me, but realized that I could take him over at that point, and did.
Is that how you...
Worked for 37 years as well in the painting business. Made a pretty good bank. Had myself a wife, couple of kids. But the human body just started to fail after a time. So, yeah. Then I got left in a box. That's me. Right.
You done?
Sorry, just reminiscing.
Yeah, no, I picked that up. Yeah, no, I'd like to talk. Right. Well, I'm here and you're there. Like, quite clearly, I haven't turned into you right now. That seems plausible? Is that different? Has this ever happened before?
Oh, I can totally choose. No, I can absolutely choose. Yeah.
Oh, what? You've been able to choose the whole time whether or not someone,
the whole
becomes
time, yeah.
bona fide? Is that...
It's it. It's 37 years sitting on the shelf. You don't pass up the opportunity for control lightly.
Fair enough.
While Sunny hasn't taken over or tried to take you over, Irina, you do feel a kinship to the blade, a connection as you hold Sunny in your hand. There's a link between you, like an amplification of the arcane power that flows through your veins. And that memory of Tatiana cutting herself and the emptiness, the absence that she felt after that, you almost feel that life, that power flowing back and meeting yours as you hold him in your hand, and you feel that energy within you flow stronger than before.
The other cool thing about being in full sword mode is I can turn the light up and down on the energy blade. Kind of fades it right up there. Or
Yeah.
can
Oh,
strobe
look
it.
at that. Oh, that's so cool.
Yeah.
Oh,
There should have
my
been a lightning at the
goodness.
top. It's purely decorational, but it looks cool.
Oh, really? Oh,
Yeah.
woo! That was fun. Oh. I like the lights. I don't know about you, but I feel pretty fucking good right now.
Yeah.
Yeah. I feel like whatever Tatiana had and whatever I've got is sort of like, it's twinning at the moment. Something's peaking. Something's peaking real good.
I got the lights for that.
It's hitting, you know what I mean? It's hitting well.
And then a full eruption of like lasers and light show comes out of the sword.
Suck if
Ooh,
she was
yeah. No,
epileptic.
There's
this
like
hits really well.
hazing and the lights
It's like
go
that.
through.
It's like sandstone. Darude.
It's like Dawn in the Bahrain or Berghain, I mean, or Revolver for a local
Yeah.
reference.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As
I think
that
I love
light
you,
show-
sword.
As that light show
Are you amazing right now? Or is it just me?
decorates the room.
I
a cold-
kind of. Yeah, sorry, you
No,
go.
go. Sorry.
I just, whilst this light show is happening, it's sort of throwing shadows all over the bed and the mantle and the sword piece and the chest in the corner as well. And I just want to double check that chest and see if there's anything in it.
That's a good shout. I was found in a chest. You never know what you'll find.
There's another sword in there. His name's
too.
Ommel.
There's an old rusty suit of armor. It's Chard's old suit of armor. You know, he was not wearing it when he was killed by his brother. It's deteriorated, and the straps are all all the leather is dried out, and it just crumples to dust in your hand. And the chain part of it is all rusty, and as the links clink together, they coat your fingers in rusty dirt. And as you're leaning down in the chest, a cold wind stirs in this sealed room. It emanates from the fireplace, and a swirl of mist grows from between the stones of the fireplace, coalescing into the figure of Strahd.
Did it just get drafty? Or is it...
Has he
No.
seen me yet?
He has seen you. Hello, Tatiana. Strange to find you in this room of all the rooms in the castle.
The
Do you
light
mind
on Sunny's
putting that
sword
sword
just
away?
starts to brighten and slowly fades, like slowly and kind of staticky, starts to get brighter and brighter until it's very bright. Indeed.
The full daylight brightness of that sword immediately, like smoke starts to rise from Strahd's skin, and he steps back behind the bed into a part of shadow as you hold the sword out in front of you. Now, no need to be like that. You still have one last chance to be mine by choice, Tatiana. One last chance to choose me and my eternal love.
We gotta get him, Tatiana. We gotta get him.
Irina's going to roll a performance check.
Okay.
She gets a 10,
Okay.
Love it. Sick.
and she summons her like most softest, gentlest expression and goes,
A 10 is decidedly average, so
Yeah,
just keep
yes,
that
it
in mind,
is.
please.
Yeah. "Why, Strahd, when you put it like that, I have... What can I do? I can't possibly say no."
His breath catches. Put down the sword.
Don't you do it. Don't you do it, Tatiana. Kill him. What are you waiting for?
"I'm not waiting for anything!" Ah! She barrels towards him and slashes through it as fast as she possibly can, just to
Okay.
try and get him on the jump.
Amazing. Roll me an attack roll. Sunny, do you want to roll the attack roll just because you have the better attack? So
That's good.
Um,
I'll roll the attack
as-
and you can roll the damage.
as you
Sure.
sword attacks Sunny, I think. So Sunny, as you move forward, Irina, you raise the blade, and you're not used to using a weapon, but that connection with the blade, that feedback loop that you've got with the arcane energy in it, the blade seems to guide your hand as you
Hey,
swing.
fucking yeah!
Does Irina's arms just turn into like a burly, like Sunny just takes over just the arms, and it's
Just one arm, just one big burly
Oh,
arm.
look at that beefy forearm I've just grown.
What was the
No,
hit?
They work in sync together, and it's 17 and a 15.
Okay, amazing. You work in sync and slice through the bed, the post of the bed, slashing into the drapes that hang around it. They catch fire as the bed collapses down. Irina, because the sword is guiding you, you are still able to take your own action to attack Strahd behind the bed. Did you want to cast a spell?
Yeah, right. So wielding her beefy arm with the sword attached, like it just is part of her skin as well. The other arm, she reaches out and puts her fingers out towards Strahd and casts a witch bolt.
Electricity. So yeah, roll to hit as well, please.
Yeah, I'm going to use it 5th level, 23 to hit.
Fuck yeah.
Oh my
Damn.
God.
Shit.
The witch bolt arcs through to the shadow where Strahd was standing. The bed collapsing in flames as you slash through, and the witch bolt scorches into the shadow and the wall, erupting out, blistering the very stones of the wall as it ripples in.
He's gone?
And you hear a gust. And a voice right behind you. Oh, Tatiana. Such a cheap trick. I expected better of you. He reaches out and attacks you.
You feel that you can make another 2 attacks with that sword in your hand, by the way, if you want to. You could probably hit it twice more in the same turn. Just saying.
Yeah. Can I do that? Is that what's happening? Yeah.
No.
Swings the sword and presses it behind her.
Bullshit.
Fuck off.
Yes. Okay, so you take 14 points of damage as he grabs you by the shoulder and tears you around, Irina.
What, just from turning me around?
Yeah, with his claw. So he grabs you by the shoulder. His claws dig in to the shoulder. You can feel it grate, like his claw grating against the bone as he spins you around, and hot blood rushes down your sword arm. But luckily, it's not in your control. So as you turn, the light shines on him, and he begins to smoke and burn again, and he hisses at you. All right, Sunny.
He's hissing. He's hissing.
Yo, I'm not going to try and take control of you or anything, but you got to swing me at him like 4 times, and then you'll, hopefully hit him some.
I can do that.
I'm just a sword. I can go brighter, and I can shoot sparklers at the top, and there's a bit of a smoke machine in here,
I'm
but
gonna start swinging. I'm gonna start swinging, and it's just like dealer's choice, just go for it. She just flails wildly 4 times in a row. Bang, 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 bang. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Okay,
The 4
first one's an
What
18.
am I supposed to do? What's the 4 doing?
Is that because you're action surging?
Yep.
Yeah. Right.
Second one's a 14. Third one's a 24. And the fourth one is a 28.
So 3 hits.
Fuck yeah.
Right on.
Loving this
And
for us. Keep going. You're doing
he's
amazing,
undead,
sweetie.
That's right. He's
Yeah.
undead. That's safe.
He
I
is
think that's safe
undead.
to say.
He
So
is undead.
6 d8s plus 6 d8s plus 9, 18, 27. 6 d8s plus 27.
Good gods.
Do you want to roll them, Lauren?
Oh,
6
what-
d8s? Just because it's fun. Or I can do it. I don't mind.
I will do it right now. 21.
Okay, plus 27, so 49 points of damage.
48.
Thank you, 48. He might need that hit point at some point. Thanks, Daddy.
No, playing fair here,
The
Love 'em all.
flaming blade or the bright blade arcs through the air, slashing at him, and he is he's shocked by the speed of the attacks and the strength of them as it lays into him, slashing across his tunic, ripping it open, slicing into his chest, his upper arm, and the top of his left leg. You see him stagger backwards.
Tatiana never loved you. Do you know that? She'd rather die than be with you. Do you even know that? Do you even comprehend that? She hated you. How dare you?
You will love me.
Ooh.
I will love you.
Yes. This is taking longer than 6
And
seconds. I
I-
expected you to attack by now. Yes.
Will always
You will always love
love
me.
you.
Yes. I always loved you, Tatiana.
Just
And I
because
always
you
will.
love someone, it doesn't mean
Until you
that
see-
they have to love you back. You don't just put coins in someone and get love tokens at the back of it.
You would learn to love me.
That sounds rough. Do you want to be learnt how to love?
Yeah, it sounds kind of like
eternity.
Stockholm syndrome. I don't want to get in the middle of this, but I'm just saying it sounds good.
You
You
deserve
sword.
someone that wants to be with you, Strahd.
Do I?
Yes.
After the countless deaths, the thousands I've murdered.
Yeah, well then you don't deserve it. There you go. Play stupid games, win stupid
Well,
prizes,
then I'll
right?
take what I can get. It's your turn, Irina, so you can cast a spell at him if you want.
Yes, sure. I'll do a lightning bolt, thanks.
Okay. I'll make a dexterity save. 13.
I'm gonna hit you.
Oh, no.
Yes.
Oh.
Uh-oh.
Spaghettios.
Oh wait, no, I can't. No, sorry.
Boom.
I've used up a 5th level. I can't cast that.
Oh.
Oh.
Fourth level. 24.
It's almost as good. Okay, the lightning bolt arcs through, and as he's pleading with you, as you cast the lightning bolt, your hand reaches out and the lightning arcs around your arm, leaping out towards him and just in a straight line, arcing forwards, scorching the stones around. And he looks at you pleadingly, and as you look, you see tears of blood in his eyes. And the lightning bolt hits him full in the chest, and his back arches, his muscles go tense in the coursing electricity, and he screams as he dissipates into mist and swirls through the fireplace stones.
It's just like my dentist appointment this week.
Thanks, Jack. I was inspired.
Was he?
They came out through the fireplace. The dentist.
Yeah, it was weird.
It's odd.
Don't go to student dentists, people.
Well, he definitely didn't give me a toothache because he's not very sweet at all.
Okay, what are you doing, Irina and Sunny?
We have to go to the crypt. He's bleeding out of his eyes. It's
Yeah,
time.
Grab a steak.
Oh, yes.
The kitchens are on the way down. Let's grab a steak.
Why don't we take one from the bedpost? Maybe the bed's all splintered.
Can you both give me an intelligence check, please?
Yes.
Just roll a d20 and add your intelligence.
Just both of us.
Yes, please.
Pretty smart for a sword. 22.
Smart.
10.
Smart.
Yeah, we'll just get a bedpost. I'm pretty sure that's how he dies. Just
As you
knock it
rip
into
out a
him.
steak from the bedpost, Irina, Sunny, you realize Strahd is not mortally wounded. He's just retreated. You know,
Yeah, I don't
you
think-
know you didn't kill him then.
I don't think we hit him that good. He may not be in the crypt. He didn't look like he was like dead, right? He looked
Right,
kind
not
of
dead.
half dead.
I mean, it looked pretty shit, but...
Right.
All
He
right,
fucked him
well-
up pretty good, but he's, as someone who's killed Strahd before, I gotta say, you know it when you do it. You don't have to ask,
All right, okay, no,
You
you're
know.
right. If there's any doubt, then yeah, fine.
Double tap.
Always
Where do we go?
double
How do
tap.
how do we know?
Thanks, voice in the stairwell.
The wind.
You're welcome.
it's the meat sack from the bottom of the stairwell
Oh,
crying.
he's been listening this whole time. I'm so sorry. I hope you're
So-
all right.
I'm not. I'm really not.
Can I get perception checks from Irina and Sunny, please?
7.
17.
Okay. Sunny, you feel a change in pressure as the wind blows through the room again, the cold wind. It's coming from the fireplace where Strahd just disappeared.
Seriously, there's a draft in this room.
What?
I can feel a draft through the the fireplace. Nobody plugged it up. It leaks air like a motherfucker. Must be so expensive to heat this place.
All right, well let's go have a little looky-loo. She's
Okay.
gonna wander and poke her head in the fireplace.
Give me an investigation check, please.
Is the fire on?
No.
You don't turn a fire on, Jack. You light.
Oh, yeah.
A fire turns you on.
Oh, it does.
Mm-hmm.
9. All right, just pop my head in here, have a little look around, and my God,
Do you need a light?
it's so sooty.
Yeah, the
It
light
hasn't
from
been cleaned in 1,000 years.
I've also got I've got one of those attachments and a broom, a chimney sweep
Oh.
broom pops out the top of the sword,
Oh, fantastic, so good.
just in case you need it.
Do you want to just
yeah.
put that light show on again so I can see further into this chimney, or pop that light thing on again?
Yeah, it shines more brightly.
Okay, that gives you advantage on the investigation check.
Fucking Inspector Gadget over here.
Go gadgets 13 on an investigation check.
Okay. You notice that there's a panel at the back of the fireplace, and you think it's a doorway of some kind. After a while of searching, longer than probably you would like to admit, you managed to find the switch for the secret door on the plaque, where the sword plaque that hangs above.
What
You
the
pull
fuck?
down one of the handles, and the back of the fireplace slides open.
I never knew that could do that.
I mean, you talked about the plaque at the start. I just thought you were just going on a bit. All right, well, it's open. We're going through. She's going to walk through it.
Okay. You step into, it's quite a large fireplace. You step into it, and the door, as you pulled the lever, the door just sort of clicked ajar. And as you step into the fireplace, you place your
What
hand
noise did it
on
make,
the
Greg?
stone. And it opens out into a secret stairwell, another secret stairwell that leads this time downwards. And you start taking the stairs.
Well, it's all downhill from here.
Yes, go gadgets, Strahd's crypt. Hey.
Okay. Ragyog,
Yes.
you are in Strahd's study. And so bookshelves on the walls. There's the door you came through. There's another door with a sign on it. It's got one of those sliders to cover it's got like a slider. So if you slide it across, it says occupied. And if you slide it back, it covers the sign. And there's a window that looks out over the Valley of Barovia. And you hear the sound of a lot of undead rushing up the stairwell from below as you drop the book you
Oh no, the thunder. And I look around the room and take a step towards the door that has the occupied sign like uncovered, and I
An
catch a whiff
unholy
of something.
waft.
And and I step back and kind of stumble back from the door, going, "Okay, think, Ragyog, think." Has it been an hour since the bell fell?
You wouldn't know because you didn't
No.
hear the bell.
Well, okay.
No.
All right. Is my holy symbol still got daylight coming from it?
Yes.
Okay. So I look at that and it comforts me, and then I pat, like, as the noises get closer up the stairs, I pat my pockets, trying to think what can I do, and I feel a small bump in one of my pouches, and I go, yes, and I hold up the holy bone of St. Andrew, and I go, the thunder, ward me from whatever lies beyond that door, and I cast Death Ward on myself, and
Cool.
out of my holy symbol, the little sun symbol flares and kind of floats out, and then rotates around and around, and then just sort of bursts out and encompasses me as the spell settles on me. And I race to the window and I smash it with the mace.
Okay. As you you smash that window out, the symbol, great description, Ben. That's amazing. So yeah, you glow. Thank you. That's so good. I love that. Fuck,
You don't have to
that's
do it.
so awesome. That's
You do
amazing.
that.
That sounds so cool. And then you do that. You do that. So, shit, yeah.
Wait, are you taking the piss?
No, not at
that's
all.
so
No, I'm super genuine. God, that doesn't sound genuine at all. Okay, but I am. I swear I am. You smash the window casement out, and as you reach that bump in your pocket, you feel something else next to it that rattles.
Yeah, and it's the reason I ran to the window, and I pull out the whistle that Davian gave me back at the winery, shaped like a. Is that a raven or a crow? It's so hard to tell. The feathers are a bit longer on that one. Anyway, listening to the moans coming up the stairs, and I put it in my mouth and blow the whistle. Ah! Oh, shit. Didn't expect it to sound like that.
You blow the whistle and it makes a perfect crow cawing as you stand in the casement. The daylight is streaming around you, the death wards circling you as you stand in this window in the tallest tower. You're not at the top, but you can see as you look out, you see the mist no longer cloaks the land. The clouds above boil with like a purple black energy, and as you watch, a funnel of ravens swirl down towards you, and the door behind you bursts open, and just a press of vampire spawn and zombies bursts through. That you can hear them like breathing and drooling in the corridor, slavering in the corridor behind you as they rush forward.
Get back, foul beasts!
Got some water. Got some water.
I'm looking for the toilet.
It's just over there.
Where is it? Oh, thank you.
Just over there. I hold my mace aloft.
Yeah, they rush forward and the press of bodies just fills the room. They're scrambling over each other. The daylight is burning the vampire spawn. You can see flesh peeling away from their faces, revealing parts of their skulls. They just don't seem to care. They push forward despite the imminent risk of death from that daylight. Some crumple into dust and are consumed in the mob that swirls up and pushes dust pushes into pushes into you, and as you hold out your holy symbol towards them, the mass slams into you and pushes you out the window. You topple backwards out the window as this tornado of ravens, this absolute like swirling whirlpool of feathery bodies swirls up underneath you and lifts you up on a flappy cushion.
Oh, fuck yeah. Can I stand on them and surf them?
Yeah, you do. You stand up.
You throw your fist in the air like Free Willy.
Can I get them to like levitate me up to the window so that like view out the window and then like Ragyog just comes up? You know, like in the movies when people jump off and then like...
Yeah, you plummet.
Very Back to the Future.
You plummet down like 30, 40 feet, 40 or 50 feet down and before the ravens catch you. And as they swirl you up, as you pass, the vampires and zombies see you and they start to leap out the window towards you. And you see all these zombies and vampires just falling down the tower and to splatter on the rocks beneath.
Oh, we should have thought of this.
Some fall out further.
I regret nothing.
Passing the bottom walls, past the huge plinth of rock that the castle stands on, and they plummet down a further 1,000 feet to the water below, the rushing river below, where you first found Mordenkainen's Bookie Wookie. And the
Did he just say the river is Russian?
The ravens swirl up and lift you up into the air, high above, and drop you onto the top of this tower as they swirl around you. And
thanks, guys. just going to leave me here, eh? As I grab onto the tiny little narrow spire at the top.
No,
So I
it's
didn't-
an open crenellated top. So they drop you and they swirl up and circle in the air above you. You land on this tower top. There's a trapdoor in the ground, but in the center, the thing that catches your eye is this huge misshapen crystal heart. It's shapen like a human heart. And in the center of it, there's this tiny red pulsing light. And the crystal hovers, slowly spinning above the top of the tower.
What is that? As I take a step toward it, can I roll like
Arcana?
a religion or a history or arcana? What would that be?
Arcana.
Arcana. All right. That is 12.
Okay, you know it's a magical item. You know
Cool.
it's probably, you can determine it's probably linked to like giving life in some way. But you don't know what it's for. You can determine that it's currently deactivated. So the fact that the light is pulsing in the center just slowly means that you don't think it's at full power.
Right. I mean, it can't be anything good if it's in this castle. And I heft the mace behind me like a baseball bat. And I
Nice.
whack it as hard as I can.
Yeah,
Whack that hard.
Roll to hit.
And before
Bone
I do,
it, bone
I do
it.
the little baseball swing and I point to where I'm going to hit it.
Oh, can
Yeah.
we cue Heart of Glass in this instance?
Everyone. Oh,
Yes!
Nice.
What's that?
Oh my God.
Soon found out. Had a heart of glass.
Okay, you want to roll your damage?
Yeah, for what's the mace again?
Just roll me 2d20s.
2d20s.
Yeah.
I'd like to point out at this point that a collective noun for a group of ravens. I don't know, another one for raisin, but ravens is treachery, unkindness, conspiracy, or rave.
And
Oh, I thought it was a murder.
Ravens.
what's no? That's crows. And what's
Ah.
the collective noun for a group of raisins?
That's a good question. A bunch, maybe.
A
I'm not
current.
sure. A current's a fair. A current affair.
The
Because
current
they're
of
all
raisin.
sun ripened.
Yeah.
I rolled a 20 on one of those and an 8 on the other.
Amazing.
28.
Yeah, okay. You slam the bone of St. Andrel into the heart. And as you do, the bone flexes. Have we got the wobble board?
Oh,
Just
yes, I
like-
do. Hang on,
The-
Brett.
No,
As
it's
you
a mace,
swing.
isn't it? It's a mace, not a bone. What?
Yeah,
Yeah, but
sorry,
it's
it's a
a-
bone
yeah.
mace.
It's a bone mace.
Yeah.
Swings through the air, cracking into the crystal heart. Just once. Just
Oh,
once.
sorry, hang on.
No, you got it. You got it. You got it.
It's such a scary sound. Oh, it's badass.
I'm sorry I asked. It cracks into
Greg, when you
the
hear it in
heart.
post, you'll want more wobble board. Trust me.
It's always no. Yeah, we always feel.
You're going to
that
need to give me more wobble board.
The bone of St. Andrel cracks into the crystal heart, and a huge crack appears up and down the side as the rave of ravens circles above you.
They are
Um,
raven.
The color of the clouds, the purple black light shining down, just really illuminating all the stains on top of the tower as you crack into the heart. Light spears out of it in all directions,
It's black light.
and a gust of wind appears above you as a smoky door opens in midair. And Strahd steps through, clutching Sasha by the neck. They are 40 or 50 feet above you. It's 40.
You come down here and put her down gently, Strahd.
Ah, perfect timing. He drops Sasha the 40 feet.
Oh, shit.
Drop with the bass. Oh no.
Ragyol goes, things slow down. And as he dives to try and catch her.
Okay, as Strahd lets her go, she tumbles through the air down towards you. Ragyog, you run across the top of the tower, ready to catch her as the crystal heart behind you begins to crack even further, the light spearing out, and you hear Strahd looking down on the heart whisper, "No."
I put a corset on for not the finale. That's fucked.
Imagine what you wear for the finale. I'm going to wear
I
a
don't
corset.
know.
I
Can
love
you
it.
imagine?
I love it.
Take it from there.
Pajamas.
It's
It's
gonna
always
be.
like, this is
Comfy
it. We're gonna finish it.
Yes.
I kind of
yes,
like
we're
that
gonna
it might
finish
be 40 episodes. 40
Yeah.
is a nice round number.
Yeah.
Yeah.
80
was-
episodes later.
That was 40, I think.
Fuck,
That
the
was
timing
39.
of the beat drop.
Oh, weren't we
Yeah,
going to
that
split
was
the
great.
last two in two?
Yeah.
The last one in two?
The 38 will maybe split in two, but we won't call 38 part 2 episode 39 because Emil already called this episode 39. Gets very
No, he
confusing.
didn't.
I didn't mention. I
He
didn't mention
didn't
this
specify
episode.
because it wasn't written up the top, so he didn't know what number it was.
That may or may not be true.
Yeah.
That's all I'm going to say on the matter.
It was just the final episode.
But isn't it lucky I didn't?
Wait, so are we recording the rest of it now, or are we?
I
I'm
reckon
good to
not.
keep going
No,
or not.
I
don't
can't.
know.
I don't think I
Okay,
can.
fair enough.
10:20.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
But
Oh, man. I'm like,
we
well,
should-
in that case, welcome to the dissection,
Dissection.
everybody.
Yay. But
Yay.
yet, not the last time, because there will
For-
be another dissection
At
for
least one.
another episode.
The podcast
Sorry.
who cried finale.
Sorry. Sorry, everyone.
Not sorry.
We don't want a Game of Thrones. What
I'm
a great
sorry.
place to finish it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was too
Oh,
good. It was too
dear.
good. Couldn't.
Perfect.
It's real good.
We
I
weren't
kn-
gonna get better
I knew
than that.
exactly what
We
I
are
was gonna
absolutely
do,
on
but
track.
It's cool.
Mhm.
We are on track to not be Game of Thronesing this right now. Can I say
Exactly.
that?
It's
I
going
mean,
well. It's going very
absolutely
well.
not.
I'm feeling good about it so
You
far.
should. You absolutely
We're getting-
should be feeling
100%.
really good.
We're getting there. We're getting
I can
there.
see that this is like a chess piece episode. Like you're kind of maneuvering everyone into where they need to be, but at the same time, like it doesn't feel
Yeah.
too
It
forced. I thought
feels
that was
good.
Doesn't?
very
Yeah.
clever.
Okay, good.
No,
yeah,
it feels
because
good.
I felt
Fuck
really
yeah.
railroady
Nice.
this one and last one.
Bit of a time jump there as
Nah.
well. Like,
Yeah, a little bit of a time jump.
nice.
Because I was thinking that because when Strahd rocked up with to Lauren and Emil, that was after he had already taken me away, and so it was
Mm.
like, well, what happened with me in that
Okay.
moment? And then he's met up with you two, but now I've been put in with Ben.
Nicely done.
What time is it?
This
And
is
the amount
old.
of time.
Sorry.
Yeah. Oh, the amount of time that each of you like took to go up and like up these relative staircases and stuff and get
Yeah.
out of that space is different. So
It's the order in
This
which
is
the
vampire
story is
time.
being
It's his
told.
vampire
Yeah.
time.
It's not
Please-
actually what happened. This is a tale.
yeah, please no one do a timeline.
Yeah.
Okay, thanks.
Yeah.
Just don't take the episodes as like sequential in
Like,
literal.
it's more
And
poetic
for the
than-
kids at home, don't split the party because it fucking makes it a lot more confusing
Makes
and it
it
makes it a bit harder
difficult.
to manage to get it all back to coalesce and to get it all in those.
But how much more
fun
satisfying
videos.
when it does?
Oh, it's
Oh my
gonna be real
God.
good! I can't
It-
fucking wait.
If I'd left him in that room with Irina and Sunny, it would have been all over Red Rover. He would have been dead. He was like, nope. I'd even planned to have him have a line about I'll come back to you once I've killed your friends, but he was just I
got a
just
little
was
too
running.
close.
I was like, get out of there, don't die.
I do have a question then,
Fuck this
Greg.
somehow.
For clarity, I do have a question. Was the Sunny and Irina bit before he appeared to Sasha and Louise, and then took Sasha up to the roof to me.
Yes.
Sweet. So he's lost
I
heaps
said
of his hit
don't
points.
do a fucking time.
Yeah, but I'm metagaming. I'm doing it because I want to know how many hit points.
Yeah,
he's
see,
got left.
I'm kind of
He also
mitigating-
regenerates.
I'm kind of metagaming as well because that's why I don't want to use too many of my high level spells when I'm like kind of separated
I have
from
noticed.
everyone
I
else.
have
I'm kind of like, I'm going to just hold these ones in reserve and wait until everyone
wise.
gets back together and
That's
then we're
good.
going to fucking really go down.
Well, it's smart from the player as well, because you don't know. You know you probably can't take him down by yourself. So you
No,
just
I
gotta-
need my
Oh
friends.
no, that's why
That's
I
right.
did.
I need
I've
my friends
used
who
up
don't
my
think I'm a
fifth
friend.
level, both of them,
Aw.
on
I
a
thought you
wall.
were a
Mostly
friend.
walls is what I put them against. So that's great.
But those walls got fucked
I
up.
think-
I
I
saw
they,
think
it.
had
either
it, they had it
choice-
fucking coming. I
They
tell
did.
you.
They've
Either
right?
choice
They've
is
been
a good
standing
one.
there in
They were looking
silence
at
for
me.
so long, just in the corner watching
When
on,
you
never say
fired
a
it-
word.
When you fired it at the shadow where he was standing through the collapsing bed, I was like, it's too good. 5th level witch bolt. Bye.
I shake my fist at you. I shake my fist.
I was gonna say as well. Speaking of walls, Jack, that blessing the wall of water.
Oh, so
mwah,
good.
Yeah.
Love
So
that.
good.
That was a little bit of Divinity Original Sin too. You know, like combining two spells, and then it's like, ooh, what effect could it?
I don't
have?
even know if those spells work that way.
They did for our
No, it
episode.
doesn't matter. It doesn't matter, man.
Ah,
It
no, no, no,
worked
no, no, no,
because
shush,
it was
shush, shush, shush.
fucking cool.
Cool
Yes.
as, yeah. And then
And
to
it was-
dissipate it as
Bang
well and
on.
have like the wave go out was
I
fucking
had
ace.
that because I'd kind of been thinking about it. I probably said it at the end of last episode.
Yeah, I think you did.
But when I read through the description quickly this episode, I saw that it was a concentration spell and that it was 10 minutes long, and I was like, fuck yeah. Like that's the way you gotta let it go to have it do the damage. That's sick.
Mm.
Yeah.
That is cool.
It was great. It was really cool use of
Yeah.
spells and the synergy. What could happen with combining spells and that kind of thing. It was really great offer.
It's a good kind of example of how we really have come in this podcast to just be like, rules. Do we need them?
Yeah.
Which is interesting though, because we do use them a lot for skill checks and stuff. But then when it comes to, the rule of cool, it's
They're all
Much
just
more.
narrative props, as far as I
Yeah.
can see it.
yeah, yes.
You use them to hang shit off and swing off. And, you know.
How do you
Yeah.
find navigating that though, Greg? You just generally go for
Good.
the rule of cool. You just go, that's
Yeah,
fucking
yeah,
cool. It's
totally.
happening. Yeah.
Yeah, I've just read a bunch of stuff recently about it, and like because 5th edition is so role play heavy and so story driven, and that's what makes it great fun, and what makes it a good podcast. And it just doesn't matter. It just like I was always like really worried about the rules and getting it wrong, and like beat myself up after I cast 2 level 1 spells in one round, and like
Beat yourself
But-
up after our characters beat you up.
yeah.
yeah.
beat myself up just in anticipation of getting beaten up in general. Kind
Yeah.
of miss getting beaten up.
That's method.
Shut
But-
up, Greg.
Yeah.
Not again, Daddy. And I've just read a bunch of stuff about like it just doesn't matter, and just push the story forward. And if you use the rule in a cool way, and not everyone has to know all the rules end to end and how everything works. If you think something's going to work in a cool way, then do it. But the rule of cool is that like if you want to enact the rule of cool, it's like a single like non-repeatable event. Right, like it's not like it doesn't just become your special move or whatever. It's just
Oh,
a
I see.
one-off cool thing that happens, and
Right.
It's
Yeah.
like it's the in Pratchett novels, the 1,000,001 chance always happens.
yes,
Yeah.
that's like his first one, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's the first
Early.
watch.
Yeah.
First Watchman.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah,
Danny-
I agree.
Oh, okay.
Too.
Okay, Lauren and
I
Dan, just because you
agree.
don't participate in the convetion, you got to derail it. Well, la-di-da.
I don't know.
Not everyone has to have read it cover to cover.
Yes. I mean,
Rule of cool. We just got cooled out of our thing that we love.
To be fair
So-
though, is there actual complaints? Is there like some like kind of, like
There's a body.
mothership
You can write to the
DM
ombudsman and
that's
the
like,
D&D.
I'm sorry, you got that wrong, and you
Overlords will
expect
come
an
in and
answer
swoop
within
down.
like 3 to 5 working days.
Well,
Is that
if
like,
we were
look-
really, really famous, maybe
If someone
people
listened,
would-
if more people listened, probably.
But if
Again,
you
tell your
wouldn't
friends.
listen to them if you like didn't respect them.
Look,
right?
I mean,
Like-
I think I think
Yeah.
we've never really made ourselves out to be like a very rules heavy, and we're going to stick very strictly to that.
We started out like it.
So I don't think that
Mm.
anyone would really come along and go like, oh well, you did that wrong. Like if we based ourselves as an actual play
right.
kind of.
You better believe there are podcasts for those people out there.
Yeah,
And we're not it.
And there would
We're
be
not
people
it.
out there
Yeah.
that would be like, "Oh no, you can't do that. You can't use that because it's going to
Mm.
do this thing and that." And it's like,
Yeah, go
you
find
know,
another
there's-
D&D podcast or not another D&D podcast or, you know, Critical Role or whatever you want.
I
Whatever.
think I think
Yeah.
it's fair to say
Okay.
people who are listening to us now and still and have from the start have heard us start off on the rules and then do what we do now, and then they still
Yeah.
listen. Probably because we don't.
And
care
thanks
about
for
it too much.
still listening because we
Yeah.
really appreciate it. Thank
Tell
you.
all your friends.
I was gonna say, Greg, I actually quite appreciate the. I know you said you felt a little bit railroady, but I actually quite appreciated the directionality and the thrust of the narrative this episode. Like
Agreed, yeah.
I found like that feeling of connection with the overall narrative felt really intricate, and like I felt like I was like because I'm also doing a lot of listening during an episode like this, it felt really cool just going, oh yeah, like where's Strahd gonna pop up next?
Yeah.
And it felt really, I don't know, just it felt like almost like a movie, or I don't know, it's great. I thought it was really, really
It was
good.
very
Yeah,
filmic.
I agree.
Yes.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Um, also, like the fact that I think when we were like literally at Strahd's castle last episode and we all got a bit
Mm.
scared,
Mm.
I felt like I enjoyed the sort of almost the provocation to actually take action this time. Like to be like,
Mm.
and what's that? I'm going to do that. I'm going to do that. I'm going to kill. I'm going to go. So there was a lot
Yeah.
more kind of like I got all my willies out in like the last episode.
Yeah. There've been
Yeah.
a lot
And
of
this one
like
though
no
was much
Strahd.
stronger.
Yeah, everyone was, but there was Strahd in front of everyone too, right?
Yeah.
This
Yeah,
time,
fair
whereas
enough,
you didn't
yeah.
have that before, which, yeah, because I wanted you in a place, right? I obviously wanted you in a spot last time.
It just took us a while to get in there.
It just took you a while to get there, yeah, and that's why it feels railroady to me, particularly, is just because I needed you to be in Strahd. What was just patiently waiting for you to get in one
I think
spot.
though there's a certain amount of leniency that one could give you for railroading in the finale to frame the structure of what you needed to do to tell the story in an interesting way, but also to just keep the pace of that going, and you leave it up to each of the characters that are in that little vignette to kind of it's totally open what's happening in that. So I don't know.
You
It doesn't-
arrive in a scene and then you got a couple of minutes to do something and then the
Like,
story keeps
yeah.
going.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I kind of think that's good at this point in the story.
Too
Oh,
right.
I agree.
Sorry, Danny.
Particularly, I think at this point, because I think that's something that I really struggle with playing D&D is when I get to those moments when it's like completely, what do you want to do? And it's like, it's really
Same.
open to everything. And so then you
Mm.
get into that point of like, well, I could do anything. And then that can be detrimental because there's too many options. And so
Yeah,
you
choice
get
paralysis.
indecisive and you
Yeah.
don't know quite which thread to take or whatever. And so I think like I don't think that it's railroading it. It's giving it parameters and structure where then you as a player you can kind of go like, yeah, I can do anything that my character can do, but
yeah, within the given
I
circumstance.
understand where this is going to be going, what I'm supposed to be achieving, and I know that I'm actually probably not going to get to that end goal because I know that there's, metagaming wise, there's these other things that are going to happen with the other characters and stuff. You know?
Greg, the 19 and 20 that that Strahd got to get Sasha, Were they real?
The 19 and 20. Oh, to get her. So the
The-
19 strength check.
When we tied on
crit.
the first strength check and then we did the re-roll.
Yes.
Sacrilege. You asked your DM if he fudges rolls.
Well, you know.
No, I do
He has to
fudge
put it,
rolls
he has to
all
put
the
it on the
time.
record now. So
I know I do fudge rolls all the time, but no.
I rolled a 4.
Um,
And fuck it, I don't care if you fudged it. I wouldn't have. It's like, well, no, I knew that's where that was gonna eventually kind of come to because
he was gonna get.
I am also kind of aware that there's like a certain amount of like, yeah, we're probably gonna have to like unite again and get to that point of the game, and that's where me metagaming, I'm kind of like, I'm gonna still hold some of my bigger spells in the back pocket because I know that narratively and stuff like that, that's where I want it to go as well. Like it's not just kind of, you know, Greg railroading it. I want to get to that point. I want to railroad myself in some ways. I don't know.
Yeah.
I want to
And
rail
fudge-
myself, you know?
Didn't ask about
Yeah.
it.
Yeah,
I do know that.
yeah,
I do know that
what you
feeling.
mean. I really want to
Yeah.
rail me too. Yeah.
Yeah. I want to rail me too.
I don't mean to ask that in a way that's like, oh, one's better than the other. It's just it's a point of
No, no.
interest because there's a critical moment in the story where something really cool
Well, I
and
technically-
necessary for the development happened, and it was like
yeah.
it's incredible.
Mm.
I rolled the
That's all, and
20.
they're both
I rolled the
interesting.
other one, but I didn't technically fudge it, but I have given Strahd a little bit of a
He's on the
juicy.
roids.
little bit of a juicy boost.
He's
A little-
got some
something.
nice
Strahd,
modifiers
well-
going on there.
Men of a certain age sometimes need testosterone shots. Like
Yeah.
it's a real thing.
yeah.
Just take this
Are
little
you
red
4,000
pill.
years old?
Why are you looking at me,
Right?
Emil?
Try and age gracefully. You know, it's hard.
hard.
Or is it?
I thought as well that he had a lair action.
Oh,
What is
lair
that? I don't understand.
does
Can you
have-
please?
He does have lair
action,
actions.
or was it a legendary action?
He's got both. I
Yeah.
didn't use the legendary action at the legendary save, and I wish I had now. Thinking back on it, but yeah, the lair action is he basically gets a whole turn every round to do shit.
Home ground
Um,
advantage.
Yeah, in lair, and also the
Amp up the
Oh,
smoke
okay.
machine.
yeah the
Gotcha.
mist doors and stuff. He can
Yeah.
move around the castle at will.
Yeah.
And he's got legendary saves. So 3 times a day, he can just, when he fails a save, he can just say, "Yeah, but I don't feel like it."
He successfully
Yeah,
rolls.
I
even
almost
if he-
did it on the
he fucks
lightning
it up.
bolt. But yeah, I was like, "Oh no, I'll save it." But then now I'm like, I should have just used it. But I also
always
felt
can-
like,
okay.
oh, sorry.
I was to say, I can always tell when you actually really want to do something because you always give us a little bit of rope. And then he's like, and then Strahd just hits ya. And you're like, oh, is that what you wanted? Oh, okay. Yeah, no, go ahead. Hit me. No.
Let them
It's
think they
like-
have agency.
I'd already done that to you like seconds before, and I was like, "Oh no, I just won't use the legendary save now," because I just like made the fire a 5th level spell into the corner of the room, and
They all
the
had it
bed's
coming
on
though.
fire.
They had it coming.
That's what I thought when it was like when you grabbed me, and I'm like, no, you won't. I'm gonna use my special little fucking
That was great.
illusory
There was some great
self.
stuff,
You
Danny.
don't
I
grab
love
me,
that.
and then
that
it's
was
like,
so much fun.
okay, cool. He goes to grab you again, and I was like, oh, okay, cool.
What are the chances of Louise picking her up in that moment as well? Like
1 in 3.
1 in 4. or however
1
many
in
ones.
3.
one in
one
three.
Yeah.
How's your what's your best one liner? What's your opener?
what?
If
If
you're gonna try and
pick
pick her
me
up,
up,
Oh.
Yeah.
what are you gonna
how
say
do
to
you break
Sasha?
the ice, man?
I
Come
think it
on.
would be. Would you like to join the proletariat?
That has got
nice.
me.
Oh
Whoa.
my.
I'm intrigued.
I'm
Nothing gets me hotter than unionization.
And
That's
yeah,
that puts the key in my fishbowl. Am I right?
who thinks they are going to survive the finale when we finally get to it? Is that a question that's worth asking for the?
Are you asking
Yeah.
me the person or me playing the character? Because like, The way this is going and the pandemic is, I don't know if I'll survive to the finale. It's a good question. I don't know.
Oh boy.
Sonny probably will, but
Given the pace of the vaccine rollout, I don't know if I'm going to make it.
Thanks, Scott
Um,
Morrison.
I've got as much chance of getting COVID as I do of us finishing this month.
Wait, that means never. So you've been vaxxed.
I'm gonna
Oh,
go
you
get my
still,
AZ.
Still catch it if you've axed, Ben. Don't you read the sub news?
Yes.
Yeah.
That's
The secret news.
Yeah, that's the one.
I think
On YouTube.
Sasha's gonna survive.
That's where they'd put it to hide it on YouTube.
I also think that Sasha's going to survive, but she might be undead. Is that?
yeah.
Oh,
Do you
no.
still
Other
have to be
Such and
living to
Suches.
survive?
Yeah.
If you turned into one of Strahd's cronies.
I'm
No, that
I'm
doesn't
like
count.
I'm ready to kill everything and anything. I reckon.
Yeah.
I'm
Oh,
like
yeah.
I've
She's
got
got
I've got a fucking spell that I'm just waiting.
Oh,
to use.
really? That makes sense.
Which one?
No, don't tell us.
Tell
Don't
us.
tell
Tell
us.
us.
Don't tell
Wait
us.
and
Yeah, yeah.
find out. Because
No,
I've also
wait
got
and find
twin
out.
spell as well, which is where
I
I'm
don't-
thinking about.
I really, really do think the next one will actually be the last.
I think
Yeah,
so.
all right,
We're
Greg.
moving.
Sure.
Shut the
yeah,
fuck up,
okay.
The chess pieces are in play. I think Irina's going to survive, just because the plot armor's working real well.
You said that last time.
I don't think
Last
Louise
time
is
you
gonna
said that, I
survive.
almost killed you.
I kind of
Almost.
Almost! You
I
fucking
kind of-
almost. I'm sorry.
But
Are
what
we
if-
still
The
here?
plot armor saved you. Yeah.
Yeah.
I just was trying to scare you. Didn't work. Louise, you think you're going to die?
I don't reckon she's gonna make it. I don't know.
Oh, I would feel really sad about. I was imagining some kind of Louise, Irina, kind of like a leadership situation,
Oh yeah,
Nice.
like you know,
cooperative.
CEO. I don't know. Yeah,
There's a
I
lot
think
of...
you'll find you'd say comrades.
Yes.
Mm.
co-comrade,
Comrades.
comrade in chief.
Comrade.
Is that?
Comrade.
Comrade.
I think it's a dictator. Is that what I'm saying? now?
Dictator of the proletariat. That's right.
Yeah, that's right.
I think there's lots.
I
like,
believe
I've
you. I
got
think you'll find
lots
the
of
collective
different-
noun for dicks is bago. So you can be a bago dictators together.
I love that.
Amazing.
Oh, it's funny.
Perfect.
Oh.
On that sack of knobs.
Is
time
Ragyog
to-
gonna survive, Ben? Do you think?
We'll have to wait and see.
He's the narrator,
though.
though. He has to. He's the biggest plot armor of them all.
Yeah.
He's the
Yeah.
one reading the book.
Someone had to tell the story, you know?
Yeah.
And that's
Do you
the
know-
end of the story.
He's Samwise.
And none of them lived happily ever after.
all a dream.
Yeah.
The end.
And you were there, and you were there.
Greg, did you intend for that beat drop to happen at exactly the right time?
No.
Of course he did.
Oh, really?
Of course.
No, of course not.
Take credit for that, Greg. It's a free
Yes,
flex
I
there.
did.
It's a free
Oh,
flex,
yeah.
baby.
That was great.
No, but I
good.
heard it and then I was like, and
Yeah.
then the black
That's
purple.
even
white
better.
of the-
That's even
Yeah.
better.
Yeah.
No, it was
Sick
great.
improv.
I was like, oh, I've made looking back, I've made a terrible error in not having specific music for Ragyog.
Yeah.
And I was like,
Not too
I've got
late.
I've got this queued up. It is a little too late to make it thematic, but I've got this.
Two times
this
the
one. And I
theme.
was like, oh, Barovian battle music. Yeah, that looks pretty sick. This is a pretty high tension moment that I can't remember what it is, but this
Worked
should be
so well.
good. And then it was just like drum and bass.
It was so unexpected and great, especially after the rave of crows.
I loved with
rave
the
of-
rave
perfect.
of ravens as well, flying above. You
The
fucking
lights.
with your fucking lights and shit. It's so,
Yeah, it
it
was
was
good.
just like it felt like it was meant to be that way. It
It
was
was
Yeah.
fun.
Yes,
It's
it
fun
just
to be in
was.
that scene. It was good.
Super fun.
Yeah.
All right, I think that's enough.
Oh, just
okay,
one
great,
last
thanks.
thing.
Okay.
The
Yeah.
whistle, so good. The use of the whistle,
Oh, brilliant.
Oh,
so
yes.
good, Ben. I was dying. I put it in the intro.
Well,
Yeah.
I'd
Great.
actually thought of it before we played tonight, I was like, oh, fuck, what am I going to do? I was like, oh, I've got the whistle. And then when you put it in the intro, I was like, okay, I've definitely got to use it.
Hint, hint.
Yeah.
Nudge,
Hint,
nudge.
hint.
Using it like that
Wink,
to
wink.
leap out the window. I didn't expect that.
I
And,
wasn't
I
expecting
thought
to
that was
leap out the
fucking
window.
cool. Well, yeah, you didn't really.
Yeah.
No, I thought I might turn a few undead. You pushed me out.
Mm. No saves, no reflexes.
That was cool.
It was too good. It was
You got
too
saved
good
by a
moment
rave of
to-
ravens. It's-
Yeah, it's too good.
Yeah,
too
it's
good a
good.
moment to roll dice.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Good job, everyone.
Good time.
Well done
Good
on
job.
the podcasting.
Hey, and you'll
On the
probably notice,
cast.
folks, you're like, hey, I haven't had to pay to get to the end of this. And that's right, you haven't. We're including it for free now, in the hope that you jump on and
Oh,
support
they
us
stopped being
anyway.
cheap
Or,
cunts.
yeah, or just tell your friends, you know?
Yeah, I wasn't going to pay to listen to the other half of this shit.
So don't you feel special?
Did anyone have any jokes in the barrel that they didn't get out that they'd like to get out at this point? Like,
I was very, very close to doing a Tatiana voice.
oh,
To actually going full
should.
Tatiana, and I wasn't sure if I could do that or not. It's like, hello, Strahd.
Oh, yes!
Yes.
Oh, no,
Nice to
what a-
see you again. Say
would've
that
been
thing
so
to me.
good.
That thing that you said to me the first time we met. Say it to me once more. Say it now.
That's where it's not great to roll a 9
Yeah.
on, like, don't roll the dice, just do
Just
the
do
thing.
the thing,
Because if you do
yeah.
the thing,
and you
and
perform
then the
it
DM's
better.
like, I'm not going to make you roll for that. That's
Nah,
fine.
no
Yeah.
way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you make the DM use their imagination, then they make you roll dice. If you do the work
Yeah.
for them, you got it. It's all yours.
Got
Yeah.
it. It's
Yeah.
fine.
Alright.
It's all yours.
That's
I had
such a good
I had
voice,
one
though.
thing. I don't think
Yeah.
I don't think it's going to end up in there. So my idea was to be like, say that thing again, Strahd. That thing that you said the first time we met.
I've killed an incredible number of people.
Oh, it makes me shiver up and down my vagina.
That's the end tag.
Oh.
It's much better than mine. I was going to be like making a joke about Jack's thing being Boyd and say, no, it was comraded, not Boyd, because that's more. Yours was heaps better, Lauren.
Shut the fuck up, Emil. You are ruining this for me. Ruining it.
Oh, God.
I practice it in the shower again, like I do everything.